I hold the keys to the prison, which is my mom. In 1995, I went to trial and got found guilty and sentenced to 24 years in federal prison. A 24-year sentence was a sentence that I couldn't comprehend. To me, that sentence was grammatically incorrect. I went through what was called the 5 stages of grief or the 5 stages of loss. These are the same stages that a person goes through when they experience the death of a loved one. Those stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Denial. I can't believe that this is happening. A 21-year-old man receiving a 24-year sentence. Anger. I began to blame everybody. I was upset with everybody. Mother, father, the snitch that told on me. But later on, I learned that to blame is to be lame. Blame takes away the creative process that helps build up the individual. And in that blame, I began to hold bitterness and resentment. But the late, great Mandela said that a person that holds on to resentment and bitterness is like a person being bitten by a snake and hoping that it kills your enemy. Bargaining. I began to bargain. Please give me one more chance. I promise I will not engage in any illegal activity. I will not sell any more drugs to my people. That next stage, depression. I went into a deep seat of depression. And after the depression, I came to the realization that I had to accept this. I came to acceptance. I met a wise man who said that don't let time serve you, you serve time. And he looked at me and he said, do one day at a time. One day at a time is 24 hours. So I began to look at 24 hours. And I said, 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work. The rest of the hours for the development and the building of myself. They say that a person that lives to be approximately 75 years old will spend approximately 26 years sleeping. Now once I read that, I wanted to sleep all my time away. But that was impossible. I had to face or come to the realization or the acceptance that I had to do this time. So I embarked on that journey. And I looked at those 24 hours in a day and I began to use them most effectively as I possibly could. I said that I'm gonna come out better and more productive and more active and more alive than when I first came in. So when I look at that whole concept of 24 hours, the same principle that I applied to my 24 hours during my incarceration or during my imprisonment, I use that same concept. I take the 24 hours, I look at them and say, okay, 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work. The other time should be dedicated to myself and my family. Okay, 8 hours of work. If we look at the 8 hours of work, which is most necessary, we can say that we have to work because we have to make that change, we have to make that money. But we should not neglect the fact that we should be more interested, as Suli Breeze says, that we should be into the process of making a change, not only in our life, but in the life of those that's around us, everyone that's in our circumference. They should feel some type of change that's coming from us. It should radiate, and we should be able to affect that change in their life. you're sleeping for 8 hours, working for 8 hours, or going to school for 8 hours, watching TV for 8 hours, or playing video games for 8 hours, that's 24 hours. What are we